Hello and welcome to our Double Dragon Alliance training series. My name is Rose Oliver, Double Dragon Alliance Director. In this DVD today, we're going to be working on tendon stretching and joint opening exercises, or in Chinese,伸筋拔骨, as taught to us by Master Shou Guanshun. The aim of these exercises is to elongate the sinews, so that is to stretch the tendons, the ligaments and the muscles, to allow for much greater range of motion and elasticity within the joint capsules of the body. So this greater range of motion and elasticity within the joints, this allows for a much greater play and range of motion. So in terms of our form work, whether that be Taiji, Xingyi, Bagua or any other external martial arts, this allows for a much greater fluidity and elasticity of the joints, and therefore a much greater relaxation and unification and integration of whole body power. Within our form work, this allows for smoother transitions between postures without losing any of our integrated whole unified body power. And it also allows for separation when required. So in terms of pushing hands or sparring, where an opponent makes contact with you, those points of contact, you're able to empty out and separate from that part of the body from the rest of the body, so they're unable to control you, and thus you negate their incoming force. So this greater expansion and openness also allows, in pushing hands, for example, that when an opponent reaches the zenith of their movements, you still have much greater play within your joints and a much greater range of motion. So they feel they've reached the end of their movements, but you still have much more play to go. So they feel they can't be as open or stretched as much as you. So you have more freedom and more stability, but also it allows for them to feel they are emptied out whilst you're still in control of them. So these exercises, although very dynamic, we have an upper and lower body set, but the exercises can also still be practiced by maybe students who have either restricted a range of motion or perhaps elderly students. The upper body set can be completed seated, so students can still take part in the exercises and get great benefit from practicing, because these exercises will help to stretch open the body and allow for much greater range of motion, and that also promotes good energy circulation. So for students who are perhaps elderly or have restricted range or limitations of movements, they can still do these exercises seated. As with any new set of exercises, you can build up slowly and work up to deeper stances or holding the postures for longer or for much more advanced and open stretching. So take your time as you work through the exercises and slowly build up to a much sort of more profound and deeper feeling. So as we work through the set today, first Master Wang Mingbo will come and demonstrate the entire set. Following that, we'll have an in-depth and detailed explanation of each of the different postures and the requirements that you're working towards within those different movements. And then after that, we'll have a follow-on set that you can work with us as we work through the set ourselves, and you can follow along with us as we go through the entire set. So we hope that you will enjoy the tendon stretching and joint opening exercises, and that they'll be of great benefit to your practice.